Hello everyone, welcome to Thursday. It's Thursday somewhere. So, like I said yesterday, I wanted to take each one of these that I had bought throughout the past 5 months, and I wanted to taste them to see if I can get any difference. Now, what was funny is that I thought this reminded me of something yesterday, and I didn't mention it because it didn't come to me until after the video. They actually put out these coffee cherry tea. I want to show you what this looks like. I think I did it once before. Still smells really fun. And this is what it kind of, the taste of it. Because it's got this natural process going on, the bean it stays inside of the fruit for several days during the drying process. I may have said several weeks. I don't know where I got that from. That may be wrong. I would assume it's probably wrong. They dry stuff for days, not weeks. So sorry about that. I think I might be wrong regarding that. But anyway, so this is the dried cherries, some other little parts, but I think it's mostly the dried cherries that they turn into a tea. So they use a lot of the bean. Very little of what they have goes to waste. And look, here's a coffee bean that's just dried. It's just crunchy. Isn't that cool? But yeah, so these are the cherries that they take off of the bean completely, wash, dry, and then process for the medium roast regular. And then they peel it off, but they leave some of it's called mucilage, I believe, around the honey processed coffee. And then they keep the entire fruit on there for the natural processed coffee, where it stays in the fruit for several days to ferment a little bit. And this is a great, I think this is a great illustration. The tea itself is okay. It's very different, kind of raisiny. I'm not really into raisins. It depends on how they're given to me. If they're chocolate covered, that's great. If you put them in a cookie, those are called lies. So they taste a little bit like raisins, and then the tea itself almost takes on a red tinge. So it's really kind of cool. I'll have to make me a cup of that today because I don't have much left. There's very little left in there. It's only a 3.5 ounce bag, but these are incredibly light things. You know, they're just very crunchy. They're just like leaves, basically. They're dried so much that they're just like leaves. And when they go into water and start exchanging and putting out all of their flavor and color, it's funny how they turn very berry looking. You wouldn't want to eat them though. You wouldn't want to eat them like this. I suppose you could probably eat a coffee cherry. I've never tried. I have tried chocolate covered espresso beans, and those don't sit very well with me. Anyway, enough about that. I chew on them. I have to chew on them for like a long time. I feel like I could probably get a glass of water and swallow it, but it's just like once the chocolate's gone, if it's a big bean, I just feel like I'm sitting there crunching on it for a while, and then it just gets kind of bitter and acrid, and it's like, bleh, don't want it anymore. Anyhow, so, but you know, if they're small beans and you chew on them, they're all right because they kind of go down easier. Let's go over what we've got here because this might be just a little bit of a longer episode. This is the medium roast coffee. It is a classic. They have a medium roast and they have a dark roast. I favor the medium roast myself. Let's see. For this, the wash process is used. The beans are depulped and immediately washed, and then they are dried, resulting in a perfect combination of traditional flavors of the cup. So this is your traditional. This is your go-to. No frills. So a lot of coffee people don't like frills. This, of course, is the specialty coffee that is a honey processed coffee. So this one, there is a fermentation drying process. The beans are left to ferment and dry with the mucilage pulp of the cherries still on it, and the combination of the acquired notes provide a unique artisanal coffee experience. They mention notes of dulce leche, honey, apricot, and lemongrass. I kind of get the creaminess, I kind of get honey, and there's a little bit of a fruit in there. I don't know about lemongrass. I've never tasted any lemon in it. And then this one is the very special one, I think. This one is a natural drying process. The cherries are dried whole without removing the beans from the inside, which helps the beans retain a lot of the natural flavor of the mucilage, which again is pulp, thus providing a perfect combination of notes for a unique artisanal coffee experience. And this has got pure cacao, acai, brown sugar, and cinnamon. With the understanding of those notes now, I may have to try to find them when I'm drinking it. This is all going to be done through our AeroPress. It is the quickest, easiest, and fastest way. Personally, about 4-minute brew each time, I think. Maybe a little bit longer. I'll only take you through one brewing process. We won't go through all of them one after another. That seems kind of... That's an even longer video, and I don't think we really need that. So what we're going to do is we're going to buzz up this medium roast first. We're going to go through the process of putting it in a cup. We are going to make coffee. Let's go ahead and do that. The ratio is going to be as such: 15 grams of coffee and 220 grams of water, all the way around, so I can get the most out of all of it and we can judge on merits, okay? So here is the medium roast. We're gonna do our best to get 15 grams and no more. Y'all know how that goes. 15.6, I'll take it. Why not? I took the liberty of cleaning this completely out last night. Hopefully, everything should have dried out. I mean, this was caked with stuff. I don't know why. So I took it. I knocked stuff out. I took a wire brush, did the whole 9 yards, and here we are. So I'm going to put this in here. Now, for a AeroPress, I'm probably going to do the medium again. I'm going to do it about a 20. We'll see how that sits and goes. It'll all be the same all the way across. I think we'll get a good extraction with a medium grind in this. So let's get started. Always one stubborn bean. All right. Good news though, the cleaning out seems to have made the static electricity a lot less, which is great. That is a wonderful smell. I love that smell so much. All right, so cup. I'm gonna put on our paper filter here at the very bottom. Single filter, please. Fingers. Fingers are a little dry. It's that time of year. Hands get and fingers get dry. All right, so this is gonna be a little strange, I think. I'm gonna do it this way as to not get anything all over my scale. Here we go. Okay, that's a good amount. It's a good, nice, even little bed there. All right, so I'm going to, no, I didn't want to do that first. I hit the wrong button first. Let's hold that. So I want 220 grams of water. We're gonna do this a little quickly. 220 grams here, folks. 225. All right, 223. All right, good. That's good. All right, now I need to put the stopper on. That should stop things from moving. All right. I'll give it a little bit of a swirl here to get everything going. And then we're gonna wait 4 minutes, but you're not gonna wait 4 minutes. The dumbest thing you can do is this when you're trying to do a jump cut. To try to keep it the exact same place. It just doesn't work. You can't, you can still tell. Anyhow, so we got about 15 seconds left. We haven't lost a lot of volume, but I mean, the thing is, there's a bit of a time period between when you get everything in the AeroPress and you get the stopper down to stop it. So you do get a little bit of a pass through, but I think it's gonna be okay. So I got 4 minutes. Generally, we would swirl it and then wait another couple. We are not going to do that. We are going to press and we are going to extract because we ain't got time for that. And I've done this many times this way and it's not hurt anything. It's always been a nice cup of coffee. All right, so that's one done. Saw the process, you saw what I went through. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Like I said, I won't have you sit through that. So when we come back, no time will have passed for you, which is ideal, isn't it? So I'm finishing up. I've got the natural processed coffee going on right now. I've got 5, 4, 3, however many I want and feel like. And then I'm gonna press through. These are still very hot, so it's gonna be just fine. I wouldn't worry about it that much. Yep. What's really nice about this AeroPress is that, you remove the bottom, and there's this wonderful paper filter that's just sitting there holding back the coffee puck, and then you just, and out it goes. And then it's so easy to clean. It's definitely one of my favorite coffee making devices. And they've got new ones coming out. It's my understanding that the new CEO of the AeroPress, whomever the parent company of AeroPress is doing bigger models as well, which I think this is kind of perfect for a single cup of coffee, and I don't think I'll need anything more than that. All right, look at what we've got here. Let's take it down. I'll move this out of the road, and we can kind of look at the colors. It's our medium roast right here. This is our honey process. It's a little bit lighter, which is kind of cool. And then you've got your light roast right here. It actually looks lighter in color. That's pretty cool. It's fascinating. To me, it's fascinating. They're just pretty. They look great. What a great, 3 great looking cups of coffee there. All right, let's see what we can see here. Now, like I said, this is the medium roast, which is the normal process of making coffee, which is getting all the fruit off, washing immediately, drying immediately, roasting, and then sending it off. So, like I said, these are still at a great temperature. I did about 4 minutes per, and I always had the water boiling, so it's about 4 minutes per each one, and everything is still about the same. This is a little bit warmer. This, of course, is a lot warmer, so we'll play it by ear here. I like hot or cold or medium. It doesn't really matter to me. So, smells like a wonderful cup of coffee. So good. Yeah, that's so good. Got such a wonderful, tasty, full-bodied feel to it. Tastes like some wonderful chocolate. Tastes like it just tastes like really great coffee. I really enjoy that. That is definitely a finisher. All right, next, let's taste the difference here. Immediately, there's a wonderful difference in the smell. This one smells just a lot sweeter. It's got a lot more fruity, a much more fruity smell to it. Tastes a lot lighter, a lot more refreshing, I guess is a weird way to say it. For a hot beverage, refreshing is not usually something that you get, but because of the fun fruit flavors that you get from it, like I said, I don't really get any lemongrass. I mean, lemongrass is pretty specific, but that might be specific to their water too. Because I'm using filtered water through the refrigerator. I change the filter every 6 months. This one I think is like 2 months in. So I mean, it's well filtered water. Yeah, but it's very interesting how like refreshing and kind of sweet and a lot more acidic than this one. It's not as full bodied, but it's definitely a delicious cup of coffee. Let's cleanse that out a little bit. All right. Now, like I said, this one, of course, the naturally processed, dried full in the berry, and then the berry is taken apart, and then I assume you get a lot of this, the wonderful coffee cherry tea. And I will say, again, like I said at the beginning, this taste reminded me of this tea a little bit. Of course, not as concentrated as the tea is. The tea is very raisiny in its flavor. Kind of like a tart cherry, but much more on the raisin side of things. But let's take a taste. Yeah, and it still holds true. Ooh, it's a lot brighter. It's a lot brighter than this. A little bit more acidic. I get a lot more of a sharp, tart kind of fruit flavor. Very similar, very, very, very similar to what I would get with this tea that I like. And like I said, I'll probably finish out the bag today in my steeper. But yeah. So much, it's a lot lighter. Not quite as bright as this. This is very bright and very, like I said, it's a weird, refreshing kind of taste coming out of a hot beverage. This one, definitely more kind of not. It's not as rich and deep as the medium roast, but it's just got these weird qualities to it. You do get a cacao kind of taste to it, but they also mentioned cinnamon. Cinnamon is, I don't know. I suppose maybe a little bit if you kind of stretch the cinnamon a little bit. But then again, like I said, this is different water, so I'm just tasting what my water gives me. And then the color is very interesting. This is, of course, medium, so it's a little darker. This is also, I think, considered a medium. Is it? It really doesn't say. See, on here it says, well, it says medium roast coffee right there, but here it just says specialty coffee. So maybe it's just in a different manner. But it's just so funny how the middle one here, the honey processed one, just has this bright, and again, refreshing flavor that would taste really great, I think, in a cold preparation, cold pour over, which is a lot of fun. It just tastes really nice. And then the medium roast is just an excellent cup of coffee that would taste really great with a little bit of milk in it or a little bit of creamer in it. Non-flavored creamer, if you can find it, just something sweet and creamy would be nice. You don't need like a French vanilla or a hazelnut, just regular, just plain old Jane. Poor Jane, I feel sorry for her. There's nothing plain about her. Jane's not plain, so it just rhymes, and so she got the short end of the stick. Yeah, this is a great medium roast. It's probably the best medium roast out of everything I have in the cabinet, just because it's got a nice creamy texture. It's very full-bodied. When you drink it, you feel like there's something of substance being put into your mouth. This, like I said, is more of like a refreshing beverage that, you know, it's almost like a palate kind of cleanse kind of thing. Or it's very bright. It does have a little bit of a honey taste to it. This one, on the other hand, like I said, it's very almost tea-like in the way they've presented their tea. Even in the smell, it's got this wonderful aroma of fall. It's a very fall coffee because it just got this really great, almost heartiness to it. You know, and then it's just a wonderful kind of like a accentuated berry taste to it. So this is cool. This is a wonderful experiment. If you get a chance and you get some time, this is definitely something. It's almost like fun to do it like a party. You know, taste these different coffees. It would be a lot of fun. And I thoroughly enjoy all three of these. I really do. And I'm glad I was able to add this to my rotation. I'm opening this back up later because this is just great. I think this is the best coffee that I've got up there. They're all really good, but this is the one I would definitely go back to as like a daily. And then this, of course, is a wonderful fun. This is the one that started the whole fun coffee journey for me. Unflavored coffee journey for me. I just love this honey processed coffee. It is a joy. Thank you for watching today, and this was a fun little experiment. I hope you got something out of it. I know I ramble and I say words. I mean, you can get by colors, you can get by reactions, you know, that kind of thing. The only thing I can do is tell you how I feel, and you know, sometimes how I feel is not exactly what is advertised by the folks putting the coffee out. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was fun to watch, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye.